welcome to Snips Happens with Tara. Today we are working in our teeny tiny journal. Well, it's not really teeny tiny, but it's the teeny tiny challenge for Silver and Sparkles, and I'm one of their design team members. Actually, I'm the last one on the train, so I'm bringing up the caboose. I am going to be working in this, and we're going to make something to put in it. The last video, I put in the front piece with the tag. I covered this little envelope, and I made a flippy floppy, and then this envelope piece, and I made a tuck spot. So we are going to be making something to put in this, and my brain is telling me to put this off to the side. So we're gonna wrap-a-doody this, and I'm going to grab these. I'm using the Turtles and Friends collection from Silver and Sparkles and Etsy shop. We will link that down below. And my journal is 4x6. So for it to be 4x6, I need to probably not use this one and use this one. And we need it to be maybe 2.5 so it'll fit. Bring it in like so. And I really want this turtle. So maybe we need to take off this little bit so that it works. We're doing this together, so if this doesn't work, then you've seen me fail. You've seen me fail here, and this is how this is gonna go. So we need this to be 2.5, right? 2.5 friends. 2.5. In my measurements, I don't measure my. Yep, like. Alright, it didn't do it again. So maybe we should make it. Let's bring the turtle in first. Maybe I took too much off. Maybe I did. Maybe let's get a new piece of paper because that time we failed. Maybe we should just get a piece of paper that doesn't have a turtle on it and see if we can do it that way, and then we can try with a turtle on it. Yeah, that's smart, Tara. Let's try it that way first, and we can then add a turtle. Yeah, smarter, not harder. Should have thought that way first. So we're gonna go. Well, the journal is 4x6, so we can go 3, right? Yeah, we can go 3. And then we can bring it over this way. Like I said, we don't measure here, so we're gonna go. I'm just gonna fold it right here. I'll tell you the measurements when we get there. And how big are we? We technically ended up being 3.5. And we just got to make sure we're even. We just got to make sure we're even. Even Steven, right? Yep, we got to make sure we're even Steven. And then what we can do, because we have this little overage, is I'm going to fold it in. What are we calling this thing? I don't know. Tara's brain? Don't know. And we gotta make sure it's 5.5. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. We're gonna cut it off right there. Bring out our little cutter here. And we are going to chop-a-rooty. We chopped-a-rooty. So we got this. We got this thing here that we're working with. And I want to take it and I want to come in like so. Like this. And then we have this little fun thing, right? And then we cut this off, right? We did cut this off it. We could layer this in, bring this in and layer it like this. I think that would be cool to bring that in and layer it like that. and we can even have it as a flip on there. So yeah, we're gonna make this work. We are going to make this work. And I wanted, let's pick a different turtle that is a little bit smaller maybe. Let's see what we have on the papers. Is that one a little bit, that one's still a little bit bigger. And I believe this one is going to be the best one to fit on there. So I am going to take this like so. Yeah, I was complaining about my lines earlier, or I think it was the last video. I was complaining about my lines for my printer, but in a way I kind of like them because they allow me to find what I'm looking for, like, you know, be able to cut around what I'm looking for. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to roughly cut around my friend here because I am going to be putting him on the front of this flip thing. Yep, that's what I'm going to do with him. And we're going to put it in our little journal when I get there. But right now I want him to be on the front here. And I think I'm going to glue this piece down so it's a pocket, and then we'll glue this piece down and it'll be a pocket, and we're not even going to worry about the flip part of it because I am liking this idea that I have at the moment. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to put him on here like that. But first, let me get all my stuff glued so that we have our pocket and stuff like that. So first off, we gotta, you don't have to glue all, why don't you get the pin out of your mouth, Tara? Glue all of this. I'm just gluing it because I don't print on heavy paper. I print on 28-pound paper, and I want it to be a little bit heavier. So that is why I'm folding and gluing what I'm gluing. You could glue, so I'm going to glue here like so, and then I'm going to have another pocket like right there. So then I'm going to glue right here, and I'll have that like that. And then I'll have to glue this here, like this. There we go. And then, did we have it like that? I don't remember how I stuck it on here. It was like that, I stuck it on there. So this one on the back. Do we want a pocket on the back? We can firm this piece up here, like so, and glue this down like this, and then this goes on the front like so, and it will glue down here and here, so we have a pocket on the front like that. How many pockets do we got, Tara? I don't know. How many do you think we need? And I think I'm going to leave this like this until we put it in the journal because we may use that for a hinge. That's what we'll use that for. And then we are going to put our turtle on. But before we put our turtle on, what did you do with your new package of, what is it? I got some. I want them to be on a bed of cheesecloth, that's all. And I'm still not in frame. I hope the whole time I was gluing that I was in frame, because I'm gonna be pretty upset if I wasn't. And I'm gonna put that like so, and I'm gonna have him on it like that. What am I thinking? What are you thinking, Tara? And then I thought, again, here I am with the thinking, I could take this piece of paper that had all this fun stuff here, like this, and I could go like this, and it would make a fun edging like that behind them, right? That would make a fun edging, but so that it fit the right way, take this like this and snip it here so it didn't impede on anything. Take this and glue it down behind there like that. We just have to do it like that so it didn't impede on anything. I think that's gonna look cool like that. Stay in the square. It's important to be in the square, Tara, in the square. But why? I don't understand. Why do I have to be in the square? Why can't I just do what I want? Because your friends can't see you when you're not in the square. Oh, that makes sense. And then when I put this piece down, it looks like there's not even a break in it, that it looks like it's part of the paper, which I absolutely love. And then I can bring this in like so, and we can put this down like this. Like, I really want it like kind of bunched up, so we're gonna put the glue down like this. Come on, glued. Get all over the paper. And then we're gonna put this down and we're gonna bunch it up like so. Bunch it up like this. And then we're gonna make sure it's down around them like that. And then we're gonna take some glue. We're gonna put some glue on his body so we can glue him down. Just like that. Yep, his head sticks off a little, but that's okay. Because when we put him in the book, he'll fit. And we gotta glue this leg down like that. We'll put some on this back leg like here. Like that. And then I have these bubbles. They are bubbles. And some are little, some are big, some are all different sizes. And I'm going to take some of these bubbles, if I can get them on my finger, and I'm going to put up a dab of glue. Come on, glue. This is going to be the fun part, trying to get them to stick before the glue dries. There we go. So I'm just putting little bubbles where I think they might need a bubble or two. I know it's a little overboard because, you know, turtles don't really need bubbles, but we're under the sea. And if we're under the sea, we should have a few bubbles, shouldn't we? That's what I think anyways. I don't know about what you think, but under the sea reminds me of bubbles. So we're gonna add just a few bubbles. A few bubbles around town. Just around on the turtle anyways. Like that. Alrighty, we have that. He just has a few bubbles, just a few. And then, of course, I already have stuff that's cut out and ready to go. I don't know if this will fit in here, but we're gonna see. This one says be gentle with yourself. So we're gonna put that one down in there. And this one says take time. Good things grow on their own, in their own season. So we're gonna put that one in there. And then slow down and enjoy the journey. Will that fit in there? It sure does. So we have that like that. I think that is super cute. I don't know. It might be just that I'm impartial because I built it, but I just think it's super cute. And then where's my little bucket here? I have these little labels here. And I'm gonna go and see if I can find me a little label here. Maybe it needs a seashell. Let's see if we can add a seashell here behind his head. Or maybe we could get a seashell down here. Maybe right there's a seashell. We could put a seashell up there. A seashell and a silver dollar. I don't like it over his feet, but I'm leaning up towards this way. We could always put a seashell and a silver dollar this way, like so. And remember. Put a remember there. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet what we're gonna put. We're not sure. I'm not sure. Because I'm still playing over here to do what I want to do with it. Oh yes, that's what I'm going to do. We're not going to do any of the other stuff. We're going to take the remember off, and that's how it's going to go. It's going to roll just like that. And that's how we're going to put it in the book. Yes, 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 this is how I like it. I like it like that. I've never made it like this before, but I like the way that it turned out, and I like how I was able to use some of the turtle stuff that I already had cut out for it. And I've never used my bubbles like that before either, so that's the first time I've used my bubbles, and they look pretty cool on there. So now we have that, and you can write on the back of it. Now we have to find a page to put it on in our journal. And we said we were going to do it as a flipperoo, so it's going to have to go on this over here. Let's put it here like this. It can't be a flip because of the label that I have sticking out. If I slide the label or I can take the label and roll it over like that and put it on the back, and then it will work, I think, as a flip. Let's see then. Will it work as a flip then? Nope, because Mr. Turtle's head. But we can put it on one of the pages, and hopefully Mr. Turtle's head doesn't get smushed when we close it. His head sticks out a little bit, and his feet. But you know what we can do? What we can do is bring his head back like so. We're just gonna bring his neck back just a little bit. Hold on, I will show you what I'm doing in just a moment. I know I'm off camera. Don't be mad at me. I just brought his head back a little bit. It just looks curled back just a little. And here for his foot, I'm just gonna cut his foot, I don't want to cut his foot off, so maybe we can do that for his foot also. I don't really like the way his head is crunched, but it's gonna have to do for what we need it for. And then maybe we can go back over here and get it on for a flip, like I wanted it for a flip. Yes, now it'll work for a flip. And we don't need that either. We'll have to do it on this page because I was using it as my center page and I didn't want it as my center page. So now it'll work as a flip-a-roody. It's a little bigger than the flip or the page, but that's okay because now let's just make sure the journal will close. Okay, we had to make sure the journal will close. But you know what I should have done, so I didn't have to do that to his head. I could have put it. I don't like his head, so you know what? And I don't like his foot, so you know what? I'm putting it on the front. This is going to be the front cover. Yep. And we will not have this flip piece, but we're just going to sturdy it up on the front like this. So this will be the front cover, because I did not like the way that his head was smushed. So we are making this the front cover. Yes. So what we made today is the front cover of said journal. I hope you enjoyed me making my front cover for my mini journal. I just didn't like the way that it was in the book with his head smushed. I'm sorry. Ralph's head could not be smushed. I would not have been able to sleep tonight if his head was smushed. Would you have been able to sleep if Ralph's head was smushed? Because I wouldn't have been able to. I probably, this is probably going to be so thick that that's going to be in like that. And this is going to come up like this and wrap around like this. Like, this is going to end up probably being, right now, the way my cover is, that flap's going to end up in there like so. Let me just show you how it's going to end up. This is going to end up in there like that, because I don't want Ralph's head to be smushed. No, I don't. So this is what we got right now. This is gonna go like this, and this is gonna go like this around here, and this is gonna go hook in like that, and that is how my cover of my mini journal is gonna be. So if you like this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and remember that the kit is from Silver and Sparkles. I am a design team member. I am sorry that I was a little bit fidgety with making that cover, but I absolutely love it. and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.